So you're not competing against globally, right? Like a founder where it's like, well, you're competing against everybody. That's,
Yeah.
a little bit more challenging, but like there's still ambition and risk associated within that. If Sally is very active on social media and John is not, you might have a few years to build up, but that dynamic is kind of where I see personal brands becoming like a distinguishing factor, especially if you're trying to think through how do you use LinkedIn, Instagram to, get more savvy strategically at how to do it, right? That doesn't mean that you need to like what you had said in your three categories, like, one of them is to be really refined versus somewhat authentic, like finding the balance within that. You don't need to share your kids or your wife or, if, all of your hobbies or things like that, but trying to find the balance of showing that you are a well-rounded human being who is an active networker and wants to connect with people on LinkedIn or Instagram, and is willing to maybe create some TikToks. It just demonstrates that you're a certain type of, it creates a personal brand that people kind of identify you as somebody that might be articulate or well written or a good dresser or like certain types of hobbies to make it easier to create inbound for yourself within the corporate world, to say, oh, I saw that you were golfing. I like golf too. Maybe we should play golf, right? So it's like thinking about the strategies behind that. I always found that it's not that like, well, when I was in corporate America, it wasn't like a thing as much, especially in the older generation, because nobody did it. But now that's kind of how people are following people. So it's like, you've got to have some presence or else it's just going to be harder for you to connect with people. I'm not saying it's impossible. You can obviously do it. Humans have been doing it for a really long time. It's just a lot easier to put yourself out there in a curated way to think through how to create inbound.